Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
I feel like the president at some point, just observing public reaction to sensational gist, will probably be grateful to the stars that at least you guys have spent the last few days getting off his matter, not stressing him too much about the cost of everything. It's either making you bleed too much or sinking you far deep into the ground. We're 99.3, we're Nigeria Info. I'll say welcome to you, and I want you to know I'm glad you came.
The same. I'm glad you came.
But here, at least, there is some injection. As of last week, we're not even sure. I wasn't a little sure as to when exactly. And up till this very moment, I still do not have a specified date considered to be the day for the reshuffling of cabinet. But the current cabinet was inaugurated in August of 2023. And the president instructed his ministers to actively promote the accomplishments of this administration. Now, there isn't a better witness to have. Those who should testify for or on behalf of this administration than the people whom this administration govern or make policies for. So in a moment, you're going to have the opportunity to speak on this. The president has confirmed that he does intend to rejig his cabinet. And performances are believed to be something that will be measured on excellence, performance, efficiency, and I guess delivery on the quote-unquote renewed hope agenda. So I'm not sure how many of you are clinging to that philosophy, but I think you would need to reference that to at least find some direction as to where this administration intended to go and where they are, in your life at the moment or by your judgment at the moment. Tinubu has been facing increasing pressure from within and outside his party to sack underperforming ministers in his cabinet, and this may lead to some portfolios either being split, merged, and I guess, look, we have to say this a hard one. Some ministers may have to be asked to leave. At least that's exactly what rejigging would mean. So if you have anybody who's underperforming, they have to go. Some ministries may indeed... You remember that Orosonye report that pretty much suggested the merging of some ministries. We'd like to know what, according to the view of this administration, has become of that said merging of a few ministries, what they have achieved besides taxing the people for blood. What else have they done to benefit the Nigerian people? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sunny side. I wanted to run through your hearing some of the names from the ministries, but I don't know that the names heading the ministries, well, maybe it's important. I almost thought it wasn't, but then again, you have to look at the head to fully comprehend what exactly is happening within the body. So we're looking at about 40 plus ministries, and let's begin the conversation. I guess as the conversation makes its way through, we would outrun through your hearing a number of the ministries worth looking at, or ministries in order to remind you of what is to come as far as rejigging goes. But in your view, which ministries do you think have performed well? Which ministries do you think don't know their bearing? Which ministries do you suppose are underperforming? Which ministries do you think have to go? And what reasons do you have for that? 0201 2770993, 0201 465 7190, and 08095 975805. Welcome to Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. I'm glad you came. My name's Joyce. Hello, how are you? Make it back. Good afternoon to you, 99.3 Nigeria Info. How are you?
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling.
This is Chris.
Welcome, Chris.
Thank you very much. For me, I'm speaking for myself. All these mad ministries sack the ministers that are not performing. My problem is the process that brought this man in. I'm still having issues with that process. Where in the case of you becoming a president, over 20 people died. Just yesterday, I go and buy fuel, 10,000 naira fuel. Do you know how many liters I got? Just 11 liters. Where would that 11 liter take me to? And you want to say some ministers are not performing? How did you get there? How did Nigerians think they will get it right with the process that brought this set of people in? I will not be part of those who will give soft landing. I hear a woman the other day. Oh, APC democracy. A woman, a mother, with what people are going through in this country. People are dying, children cannot feed. Then a mother will come and support this type of thing that is going on. So for me, for his 4 years or 8 years, I know the guy will use 8 years. I'm not bothered about whatever this guy is doing because the process, I have problem with the process.
Got it.
Thank you very much, Joyce.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. What's your name?
I'm Olushi Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm calling for
Your line looks like it's going to disappoint you. Okay, let's try. Go ahead.
What up now?
Let's try. Go ahead. It's still cracking.
It is not the minister.
Okay, I think I'm certain that this is not going to work. Please hang up and call back. Because, yeah, please, it keeps breaking up. Nigeria Info, welcome. This administration intends to reshuffle its cabinet. What do you think about that?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon. Thank you so much for being here.
Mr. Chris, I greet you. My name is Robert.
Welcome, Rob.
Joyce, I'm ministry. That's good.
Pardon me, that was lost on me. What?
I cannot pinpoint the one that is really functioning.
Okay.
One, though power is trying, according to what we say, 40%, it is true. Like me, I enjoy life. But
Okay.
what about the cost? And A, B, C, and D is very high. The most annoying ministry is the water resources ministry. I buy water every day. When I came to Lagos, we were fetching water on the street, tap. But water resources, they're supposed to scrap that ministry.
Oh, okay.
Then people say EFCC is performing. Is it when you want to abuse people, then you build a bus stop, put canopy, and use microphone to abuse your enemy? Is that how they say somebody is performing? I don't understand. So I don't live in Abuja, but I have people that live there. You understand? And the Ministry of Petroleum, that Ministry of Petroleum, the president is supposed to remove himself from there.
He should sack himself.
Because even the Constitution have forgotten the section that says so. The president does not have the right to hold the Ministry of Petroleum. You remain a president. There's supposed to be a minister of petroleum.
There is a minister. There's a minister of state, petroleum resources.
The minister of
Heineken.
State.
Okay.
He himself is the minister.
Okay.
We have a minister of a ministry. Then we have minister of state. The president is the minister of petroleum, while Lokobi is the minister of state for petroleum. He is supposed not to be a minister of petroleum. He's supposed to remove himself.
Got it.
They should go and look at the constitution. That position that Buhari established, that he himself is subject to, is against the constitution of that 1999, what we are operating today. And beside that, it's not if the ministry is not performing.
Got it.
All right. I don't understand.
Thank
you, Daddy.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. It's good to have you join the conversation.
Yes, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being here. Turn off the volume of your radio set.
Joyce.
Have you turned off your radio?
I have nothing to turn down. There's nothing to this.
All right.
Please, I've done everything right.
Okay. What's your name?
Yeah. Yes, I say my name is Michael. I feel terrible that we are even having this for discussion.
Why?
You see, there is little achievement in this government that every little tiny thing they will celebrate it. Imagine cabinet reshuffle is what we are celebrating, that they are going to reshuffle cabinet.
No, it's not a celebration, it's a conversation. We're not celebrating it. Hold on a second.
You want to rejig your cabinet. You don't first come and make an announcement, and people are celebrating and guessing who is.
Are you celebrating because nobody else is? I'm not sure what you mean.
Of course,
by
they are celebrating that they are going to rejig their cabinet. That's an achievement for them.
How is
you
it?
Understand? This thing shouldn't be up for debate in the first place.
Okay.
So we don't. For me, I don't give a damn what they're going to do, because he himself, I swear, he has to reject himself. The number one problem we have in this country is petroleum. Petrol, and he's the minister of petrol, and we are having is what are we saying?
By your judgment, do you think he has underperformed?
These people, we are talking about cabinet rejig. What are we saying?
Do you
we should
think
be talking about what Oyewole show is leading out tomorrow? We should be talking about the protest that is going to happen tomorrow. We are talking about the cabinet regime. What are we saying? What is cabinet regime? Is that supposed to be an achievement?
I'm not sure what your frustration is about. Are you going to have make a commentary to the conversation, or are you just going to call me a nag about something
my frustration
I have no business over? I'm not discussing that. Don't come here and cry over nothing. What's this you're doing? Speak on the topic, or you leave.
That's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is that we shouldn't even be talking about.
I'm discussing it because I want to.
Okay, we want to find, but it's a shame to them that even talking about rigging their cabinet is not worth it. They have nothing.
Thank
to
you
say.
so much for calling.
They have not achieved anything.
You should just said that. What's all this whole going round and round in circles like you're a child? Just say that and leave.
Good afternoon, sister.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Good afternoon, sister.
I've told you when you call the show, please don't shout. Please.
Good afternoon. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Thank you. I want to shout out to
What's your name?
And the President of Saudi Arabia. They have made my wish this week. Sister, the 4 minutes are going to change that is done on Nigerian flesh. Minister of Petroleum, Minister of Power, Minister of Works that cannot do environmental impact assessment, and the Minister of EFCC. What is the meaning of Fund A? Fund A is a scam. What is the meaning of subsidy is gone 3 times for 1 year and 2 months. So they should sack these 4 ministers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, welcome. How are you? Can you hear me? Make it back. Hello. Good afternoon to you. Nigeria Info. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you so much for calling. Good afternoon. Turn off the volume of your radio set.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome. What's your name? I can hear you. Turn off the volume of your radio set. All right.
Thank you very much. Boyes and calling from Afromedia.
Good. Welcome.
Thank you very much. You see, as far as I'm concerned, I think I really support what Mr. Chris said. the process that brought this man in is flawed. And at the same time, we don't expect anything different from such a person who said, it is my turn. And from that turn, you fought every tooth and nail to get in there. And you decided to abandon everybody. You just put your co-host there, so to say, your friends. Come and run a country like this. Yes, you succeeded, and you want. It's your turn. You succeeded. No matter the way you got through that.
Should he fire himself at this point?
Do you expect any miracle to happen?
Well, I don't know. Do you think the president needs to fire himself alongside other ministers that are underperforming?
I don't see any change coming. Nothing.
All right.
As far as the head is rotten, let me put it that way. As far as the head is rotten, I mean, the whole body. What's next?
All right. Got it.
My case there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Really, I appreciate the sunny side. So the president wants to sack, or at least he put it this way, rejig the cabinet. So it means some ministers would have to go and others who are performing would remain. Now, you are witnesses to this administration and what their policies have done to your living life, done to your economic life. Whether you're better off or worse off should be a determinant as to who should stay, who should go. So let's talk on Nigeria Info. Hello, how are you? Welcome.
Hi, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you so much for calling.
Yes, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling you from Shangotedo.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
Okay, see, let's not be fooled by the policies of the government. They are telling you they want to reshuffle. Reshuffle is the word, but if you look deep inside, so many people helped this man during the election. There are people that worked for him and have not gotten any portfolio. So definitely, those people need to have to work. That is why you see some of the ministries, some of the parastatals are not working because they are meant to sit down there, get the money at the given time that they have given them, so that they will leave the office and it will look like they have been sacked. It is their turn. They have eaten their own share. So the next people are supposed to come in and get their own share of it. So if you are expecting the government is shuffling its cabinet, no, there is no pressure from anywhere. It is a party government. They are settling themselves. So until the turn of the last person is met, you won't see anything happen for a positive. So these people that are leaving were people that were part of the government that made the government happen. So they have been paid off their share. The next people coming are people to come and take their share off the national cake. But if you ask me who should leave, NEPA should, electricity should leave, water resources should leave, for women affairs, Minister for Women Affairs should leave because most women have been complaining of what is going on in their place of work, how people ask them to pay by sex for them to be upgraded or to be promoted.
What? Wait, hold on. Wait, did you say something about sex for work?
Yes. It happened in the military. Did you not hear the news?
Well, I thought you were talking about women affairs.
A girl cried out.
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about the women affairs. I wanted to hear that one.
Yes, the women affairs. She's not working. She's not doing anything there. She should be scrapped out.
Oh, got it.
Nothing is up. You see, all these things, Joyce, let me tell you, we need to wake up.
Okay.
We need to wake up. See, Joyce, all these things, they are
settlements. Can we run through it?
Yes, that is it. I don't want to repeat myself again. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. But the government is not going to do anything positive for you.
All right, thank you.
Tomorrow, we're expecting a change, but my dear, if it comes with security order, they fire now, you run. God will help us. Huh?
Thank you so much for calling, really. I appreciate it. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy. There's a State for Environment, Ecological Management. You have a Finance Coordinating Minister of the Economy. You have Marine and Blue Economy. You have the Minister for Power. You have Minister of State Health and Social Welfare. You have Solid Minerals Development. You have Tourism, Transportation, Industry, Trade, Investment. You have Innovation, Science, Technology. You have State Labor, Employment. You have Women Affairs, Works, Aviation. You have Youth, Humanitarian Affairs, and Poverty Alleviation Program. You remember the Better Edu lady? All right, good. Just thought that was worth highlighting. And then you have Minister for State, Gas Resources, you have Petroleum Resources, you have Sports Development, you have Federal Capital Territory, you have Arts, Culture, Creative Economy, you have Defense, you have State's Defense, State's Education, Housing, you have Housing, Urban Development, Budget, and Economic Planning. You have Minister of State, Federal Capital Territory. You have Water Resources, Agriculture, Food Security. You have Education, Interior, Foreign Affairs, Health and Social Welfare, Police Affairs. You have Steel Development. You have Information, National Orientation. You have General and Federal Attorney General of the Federation. You have Labor and Employment. You have Minister of State Police Affairs, you have Special Duties, Water Resources and Sanitation. Then I think I mentioned this one before, maybe not. Minister of State, Agriculture, Food Security. All right, let's talk Nigeria Info. Welcome. The rejigging of the cabinet, its possibility, and what you think the outcome would bring. I mean, so far, what has the work revealed, and what's the potential new phased outcome the moment you think the president will go about rejigging his cabinet? Welcome to Nigeria Info. We're talking. Hello.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for calling. Good afternoon to you.
My name is Onyemuwa, calling from Nigeria.
Good to have you.
To me, the first person that's supposed to be removed is the president himself. But if we, the citizen that is really the itself, we should remove the president, it will charge us for treason felony. Now, Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum. Presently, crude oil in international market is $77. Nigeria is supposed to buy fuel at the rate of 150 naira or highest 200 naira. But if Nigeria can buy fuel at the rate of 141 naira, when crude oil was sold for $100, then presently we are not supposed to buy fuel more than 150 naira or 200 naira. But we are not talking, we are looking, we are enduring. So, Joy, let me ask you, I know you may not answer me. What came to your mind when Tinubu, the city boy, declared that a town hall is different from Balabulu? Let me explain. We, Nigeria, currently, we are experiencing town hall. That Balabulu never started yet. People that thought this country will not affect them. I spend 98,000 to buy fuel every week. And by the time I enter Ajah Road, that traffic, 3 times, the fuel is finished. So in a month, Tinubu is collecting close to 300,000 from me. We are experiencing just town hall. Balabulu never come.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. My name is Paul, calling from Lagos.
Welcome, Paul.
Yeah. First of all, to start with, I want the Minister of Petroleum, let him sack him first. Let him leave that office first.
Okay.
And again, I don't have much to say. This present APC government, I don't think they will see 2027. I don't know why people are campaigning that 2027. They will never see 2027.
Wow.
The God myself. The voice of people is voice of God. This present APC government, they will never see 2027. I said it. And I'll keep on repeating it. With this suffering, they will never see it in Jesus' name. I'm telling you this.
All right.
Let's watch and see. This suffering is too much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling. Really.
God will judge them. God will judge them. The suffering is too much. People are dying anyhow, falling down. Why?
All right.
And people are still campaigning for them. That they are doing well. Doing what? They are doing nothing. They will never see 2027. The God that removed Abacha will remove this very man.
Thank
we
you.
are not happy with him at all. The suffering is too much.
Thank you. Thank you really for calling. I do appreciate it. All right. Thank you for calling. Lagos, we're going to quickly go for a break. When we come back, I guess somewhere in this conversation would be be home tomorrow relaxing. It's a public holiday. But then there are some people who are intending to hit the streets in a protest. So somewhere along the line during a few hours, we'll be discussing that on Nigeria Info today. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. There's so much to talk about on the sunny side.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
It's Customer Service Week, and here at Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio, we want to appreciate our reputable clients for your constant and continuous patronage.
Flour Mills, Globacom, Cadbury, Unilever, Promasidor, International Breweries, PepsiCo Foods, PZ Cousins Limited, Sterling Bank, Pernod Ricard, Infinix, Bloom, House on the Rock, Owler Foods, Avon, Avon HMO, Leadway Assurance, InDrive, Bajaj, TGI Groups, Reliance HMO, ARM Pension, Hairs Insurance, SBC, Hypo Home Care Products, Reckitt, UAC Cap, UAC CAP, 9PSB, TOEFL, Mobile, Eco Revenue Summit, and Beggar Paint. We want to thank you for your patronage and assure you of our continuous outstanding service delivery as always, and also offer you more packages to serve you better.
FinTribe Finance Fair 2024 is coming this October. Bigger and better. Theme becoming the bag. Don't miss out this 19th of October 2024. This event is for women only. Venue, Landmark Event Center. Time, 10 a.m. For more sponsorship and inquiries, please call 0803-218-6993 or contact at thefintribe.com. Register for free at bit.ly/FinTribe Finance Fair 2024. This advert is sponsored by Blastily.
University Fair, Lagos. Get ready as the QS University Fair holds at Eco Hotel Victoria Island, Lagos on Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. Meet top universities from the US, UK, Canada, Europe, and Australia and turn your study abroad dreams into reality. Get expert guidance on tuition, scholarships, visa processing, and post-study work opportunities. Learn how to apply for instant admission offer, scholarships worth over $50,000, and enjoy exclusive tuition discount. Discover how to access student loan for studying in the USA or Canada. This is your chance to shape your future. Date again is Tuesday, October 1st from 1:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at Eco Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. Register at the venue free and let QS guide you to your dream university. QS, your connection to the world's best universities. Mark your calendar. Tuesday, October 1st from 1:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at Eco Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. See you there.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We'll have a few more minutes before before top of the hour, and then we'll have to bring to you the news updates. Welcome to Nigeria Info. We need to go through some messages here. On the cabinet reshuffling, I can tell you nothing will change. The reason is that the policies of this inept government are not implementable. Nobody can successfully implement these policies for the good of the people. People should just brace up for the worst. All right. Thank you so much for your message. I do appreciate it. The following are the ministries that the ministers should have replaced yesterday. Minister of Finance and Coordinating, Minister of the Economy, Minister of Budget and Planning, Minister of Petroleum, and the two ministers of state under the Ministry of Petroleum, Minister of Agriculture, and the Minister of Power. All right. This one goes, let the Ikeja Electric only distribute the Band-Aid lights to those who can afford it, not impose it on the public. This is FIA. Thank you so much for your message. We'll get into that conversation in a moment, because I think a handful of Nigerians are practically crying. In fact, some people are not even using electricity as such because, one, they know if they have to use it, they have to pay for it, and they don't have any disposable income to cover the cost of electricity. So one wonders, is this really a blessing, or how much of a curse is this now? Is the government really providing affordable electricity for the Nigerian people, or is the government finding a way to make the people pay the cost of electricity, given that the economy in itself on the back of this government is not in any way beneficial to the Nigerian people. It's a quite complex situation between give and take here, but then I guess both motive and the realities that we all share is takes center stage when we try to fully comprehend what the administration is doing, what they can do better if they are doing anything at all. We'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. It's top of the hour. We have to bring to you the update.
The best of talk on the station for talk.
Nobody should just give up their life like a chicken. Will the police have the ability to resurrect me when I am dead?
The problem we have in Lagos is a sense of entitlement to things of the state by certain individuals who believe that whether you like it or not, it belongs to them and their family.
Your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
No. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we did talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
Let us stand in the gaps for you
and connect you to the rest of the world.
And Russia's defense minister Sergei Shoigu is shown on state television visiting troops fighting in Ukraine. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries has raised Nigeria's oil production quota.
In all we do, we remain committed to informing you.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your station for talk.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The End Bad Governance protest organizers are going ahead with the 1st of October National Day of Survivor protest. The organizers said the protest is to kick against what they described as bad policies and programs of President Bola Tinubu-led administration. They said the policies and programs have impoverished more Nigerians, as evidenced by the harsh economic conditions. And reacting to the planned protest, the federal government has urged the protesters to sheath their swords and refrain from acts of violence. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the federal government is appealing to all Nigerians to remain calm and refrain from any acts of violence. Meanwhile, in Lagos, the government says the restriction of the action to 2 designated venues for the protest still stands. The state government is warning that protesters will not be allowed in other areas to avoid a breakdown of law and order. Hamas says the leader of its Lebanese group has been killed by Israeli airstrikes in southern Lebanon. Separately, the Popular Front for the Liberation Palestinian militant group says 3 of its leaders were killed in a strike in central Beirut. Israel has not commented on the Beirut incident. If confirmed, it would be the first Israeli strike on Beirut beyond Hezbollah's base in the southern suburbs. And in sport, Galatasaray technical director Okan Buruk has expressed worry over Victor Osimhen's injury as the striker races to be fit for club's subsequent matches. The Nigerian international clashed with Kasim Pasa goalkeeper Andrea Gianniotis shortly after the restart of the second half of Saturday's Turkish Super League fixture and signaled to be substituted. This raised concerns about his availability for both club and country in the coming days. The 25-year-old had put Galatasaray 2-0 up in the first 28 minutes before being pulled and watched the rest of the proceeding from the bench as the team squandered their healthy lead to a 3-3 draw. That's about the size of the update. It's back to the sunny side with Joyce. I'm Sheriff Quadri.
There are mysteries to the universe we were never meant to solve. But who we are and why we are here are not among them.
And so, we do not leave to chance our duty to think. For why else then are we free beings? For it is slaves who run into fantasies, flatteries, and fads as one goes into sickness.
What is your profession?
Go now. Run along and tell your Xerxes he faces free men here, not slaves.
Dread it. Run from it.
destiny arrives all the same. Activate. Activate. We are radio active on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
We're back, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Okay, so it's 4 minutes past 1 p.m. We're furthering this conversation. A few more minutes and then, yes, let's see. We're going to then have to briefly segue. Just before we go into the EFCC chat, we're going to have to segue into what appears to be the development of the intent to hit the streets tomorrow. We've talked about so much protest in this country. The question is, what the objective tomorrow be? Because are Nigerians just gonna come out, stand beneath the skyline and, I don't know, yell, shout, and then go home? That? Okay, but that would be in a moment. So we have about 15 minutes to run this one through, and then we get into that one briefly, and then we get into the EFCC, and hopefully we have time on the clock to talk about electricity costs. I really want to talk about electricity costs. I think Nigerians are practically crying over the cost of electricity in this country. But then again, given that we have quite a number of things to cry about, let's get talking about one of the issues we've been on the last few minutes on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Hello, welcome. The telephone line says 0201-277-0993 and 0201-465-7190. WhatsApp 08095-975-805. Good afternoon. As for the ministers, I don't think that there is any ministry that's performed up to our expectations. Minister of Petroleum, sack him. Minister of Water Resources and Environment, sack him. Minister of Mineral Resource, Natural Resources, sack. Minister of Agriculture and Ruga, sack. Minister of Power with high tariff and bans of users, sack. Minister of Finance, 0. So I guess you mean sack. Minister of Information Orientation, false information, sack. Minister of State for Defense, Boko Haram, sack. They're all liars. This is Yomi from Victoria Island. Thank you very much for your message. That's quite a long list of ministers to lay off. But sure, I do appreciate your commentary. You say a bird that landed on the ground and subsequently perched on an anthill is maintaining the same position. Wow. Cabinet reshuffling is not new in this country. For me, it is another way of making jobs go round for the boys. Political class are financial vampires. This is Chike from Lekki. Okay. Wow. Nigerians are coming on strong this afternoon. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for calling.
My name is Christian.
Christian.
Let me just go. Yes, I'm calling from Olivia. Let me just go straight to the point. I need 2 ministers to be removed. Number one, Minister of Petroleum. Are you hearing me?
I'm okay.
Then number two, Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. Then let me crack a little joke out of this Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. To me, they should have added spirit, so it should be Minister of Marine Spirit, and that's they should remove blue and put black here. So it should be Minister of Marine Spirit and a Black Economy.
Okay.
Hello, George.
I'm with you. I got it.
So they should have added spirit, so it should be Minister of Marine Spirit and Black Economy. It's like maybe it's Marine Spirit that is maybe the
hindering Nigerians' prosperity. All right. Thank you so much for calling. I do appreciate it. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Hello.
Afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm calling from Abafemewode local government.
Thank you for calling.
There is nothing wrong with the minister.
Which one now?
Mr. President policy are bad. Yes. There's nobody that can run that policy that will be better. Mr. President should change the policy. Let him reverse all those hard policy that is not giving nobody any good. You should reverse them. He's killing.
Well, thank you. That's a very interesting aspect to the conversation. So it's not necessarily the people who are running with the policies. It's the policies themselves. So the president would need to change. Okay. Hello, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on Nigeria Info. Thank you so much for calling.
Good afternoon, Joy.
The volume of your radio set.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, for anonymous talking.
Oh, okay.
Me, if you ask me, my sister, Minister of Petroleum should go. Minister of Women Affairs should go. Light, everybody's crying about this light. They should go. They should go.
That minister should go, but the minister would claim he's working. After all, he's providing electricity.
My dear sister, how are we going to? Yeah, providing electricity, nobody is using it. Everyone have off their what do you call it, switch light. Everyone have, because the money is too much. In a month, they're paying 400,000 naira, 300, 100. What are we using? And where is the money coming from? No work, no nothing, no business. My sister,
he has to go.
Are we do? What is happening in this country? Even President himself should go, because the policies is giving Nigeria like strangers in our own land.
Yeah.
It's too much. He says should go because don't know what he's doing. Only policy is taking him to kill people because of what in our own land again. He says should go. All of them should go and leave that place. There are people who know what to do come in and rule this country. Thank you.
Thank you. That guy's die hard. 99.3 Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Good to have you on the sunny side. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Sam.
Welcome, Sam.
Yeah, so initially when they were campaigning before this government came in, Nigerians were laughing at this current president, talking about his ill health and how we were shaking and all that. And at the end of the day, less than 2 years, who is now shaking? Nigerians are the ones shaking. So, to me, if they want to reshuffle the cabinet, they will just continue replacing round pegs with square holes. All the appointments are done, they are not done with merit. They are done with sentiments, tribalism, nepotism, and whatsoever. So I just think it's just turn by turn. They are shuffling it every 2 years. It has to go round.
All right.
So that is just a strategy. They are not planning to. If you ask me if anything good will come out of this, is there anything good that will come out from this man? So, like that man said previously, the man said, according to what he said, different from Bala Blue or that. So Nigerians are just experiencing what he talked about.
What? The Bala Blue?
Yes, Nigerians are experiencing it. So he's doing exactly what he has told.
Okay.
So when we start living on corn, agbado, and beans, that is what would enlighten and would give us that brain, that sense to think. Because right now, tomorrow, people still won't come out to protest. People prefer going to churches to pray. They are pastors celebrating birthdays and they are giving them, flashy cars and all that, forgetting that Jesus Christ could have rode on a horse to Jerusalem, but he chose to ride on a donkey.
All right.
The life of Jesus Christ was just an example for Christians to live, but unfortunately, Nigerian Christians,
Wow.
a terrible set of people.
Thank you so much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. This message here goes, some ministers have done well, but some we don't hear what they're doing. Unfortunately, all those shouting the president to go is unfortunate. Do they understand democracy? They lost elections and they should wait for 2027. Well, I don't have a name here, gentlemen. I think the name is Nathaniel. Nathaniel, thank you for your message. If I'm not wrong, is that your name? It does quite appear people are not necessarily discussing politics. People are discussing policy and the implication of that on the lives of the average Nigerian. This is not politics. So I'm hoping you're not removed from the reality. But I do appreciate your message. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Sorry I lost Jamaica back. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Hello, welcome. How are you?
Joyce.
Speak up for us. You tell us your name, you go ahead real quick.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Peter.
Welcome.
Calling from a court.
Good to have you.
Yeah, Joyce, thank you. All the one that is there, who put them there is not the president. So the one that they want to put again, who will put them, is it not the same president? So I did not expect any, even from this government, I did not expect anything. I just for those people that they are still hopeful that this governor will do anything, I don't know. They should not just be disappointed.
All right.
Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate. This one goes, Madam Joyce, what will reshuffling of the cabinet do? Remember, during the Buhari administration, we were clamoring for removal of service chiefs, and the then president removed them. What was the outcome of the insecurity till now? As for those querying the processing, what are they doing to change the process? At least the Constitution provides room for recalling parliament members. Who should we blame for all these woes? Should it be the minister or the civil servant? What happens when David Umahi locked the gate because civil servants came late? What was Nigeria's reaction? Mr. President should sack all the ministers and replace them with Chris, Aisha, Yusuf, Comrade Koboko, Pastor Ladipo, Jimmy, Joyce, and let's see their magic wand. I'm not even sure if you're serious with this one, but I don't want to run. I'm not interested in politics. I'm not trying to govern. At least today, no. Maybe tomorrow, but no, I'm not interested. But I kind of get the point, though. You're suggesting that the reshuffling doesn't quite achieve anything because I guess the mindset's the same, the blood's the same, the people are the same. And if there is no change, even reshuffling couldn't bring about the best form of governance if the worst kind of decisions are being made. The Sunny Side, welcome to the show. You're on the Sunny Side. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you so much for being here. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, my name is Eniola.
Welcome.
I honestly don't think the softening of the cabinet will change anything.
Okay.
Because the way they appoint the cabinet is very, very bad. Number one, like, for example, some of them don't have a good degree at all. Like, they don't know how to manage a country or how to manage, especially the Ministry of Petroleum. Doesn't even know what is happening, that people are stealing petrol and all that. And it's just if you look at the Nigerian history, you know that it's been from the beginning. For example, like how the British colony forcefully joined 250 ethnic groups together and call it Nigeria. And you may think that, why did this Nigeria government don't have passion or love for this country? Because they just joined them together, and it's basically the British. They joined everybody together, and they call it Nigeria. And they gave, instead of them to finish what they started, they gave us the power. And then we have like 10 coups over. We have coups taking over coups, and the whole country just went over spread. That's just my take. I just feel like in order to change Nigeria, the system has to be better. Transparency has to be better. Because the way they just hire all these politicians is not ideal.
I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. This one goes, I want to be removed. It's the minister I want to be removed is agriculture and the Minister of Petroleum. Thank you so much. Salisu from Ojo. I do appreciate your message. So we have, 5 more minutes, and then we go to some other conversation. Good afternoon. You're in Nigeria.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you for calling.
Rapushku is my name.
Good to have you.
Good. Are we still in reshuffle cabinet?
Yes.
Okay, good. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he appoints these ministers, the senators, lawmakers. They screen them. The people don't elect ministers. So if you found any of them wanting, not delivering not coming up to expectation, he has to sack them because they are being paid with our taxpayers' money. They are not on voluntary service to the nation. They are being paid taxpayers' money. So if you found anyone, because he appoints them, if we found anyone, not coming up to expectation, he sacked them. As a matter of fact, most of them are not coming up to expectation, to my opinion. Because, you don't appoint ministers on compensation. You appoint them on merit. You see somebody who is not in the profession, you put him just like Minister of Power. He don't know anything about power, then he put him there. How can he deliver? Minister of Education, and so on and so forth. So he appoint people not on compensation, because most of these appointments are on compensation. You know? We know how it all goes.
All right.
It's on
Thank you.
compensation. He appoint them on merit. They can now deliver the first place, because he made a lot of mistakes on appointing these ministers.
All right.
So you need to reshuffle
Thank you.
them,
Well,
or sack them, and put the ones that can deliver, regardless of the area, the tribe they came from.
all right.
Thank you.
I
and God
appreciate you
bless
calling
Nigeria.
in. Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Even if this godforsaken, wicked, and unreasonable government changes the whole ministers of the entire cabinet, as it were, nothing will change, because this so-called government is visionless and lacks direction. The protest must hold. I'm hitting the streets. This is Jones from Bega Apapa, Lagos. So, in about 2 more minutes, just after the break, we're going to go into this conversation about the intent to hit the streets by a few Nigerians. But then again, I could be wrong. It may be the intent to hit the streets by a lot more Nigerians this time around, given your reality and how difficult it is for you to even accept this reality that's biting and terrifying. Okay, so we'll go to the telephone lines and then push this conversation through. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello, Lady Joyce.
Good afternoon.
Ma.
Welcome, lady. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you for the nice work you are doing.
Thank you. Tell
Please,
us your name.
my dear sister, I'm Mrs. Rosa Benwafo.
Okay.
For this administration, the person I want them to remove, I want us to remove, is His Excellency, Governor Tinubu first. He's the one that put us in this condition. How can he be enjoying himself and all the ministers? And we are suffering indefinitely in this our nation. See starvation and hunger clean everybody. See fuel, my sister. See our children, our young boys, young youth. After education, university, we parents after suffering, they will go home staying with us without having any job. No job opportunity for our children. It's very, very unfair. Let that man move away from that seat. He's an old man. He doesn't know what he's doing. And he doesn't have good advisors that is leading him. That is why the whole nation is suffering. And he can't even understand it. And his advisors are just looking for their private pockets. They are not thinking of we masses suffering indefinitely. It's very, very unfair, my sister. Very, very unfair for what we are witnessing in this our nation. It's very, very unfair. Let that man Tinubu leave that place he's saving. Let him leave that outer rock and let God bring better person to rule Nigeria. God bless you, Joyce, my sister. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for calling. Really, I appreciate it. 99.3 Nigeria Info. The sunny side, welcome about less than 3 minutes before commercial break. Hello, welcome. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Okay, I'm sorry. You may have to call back if the opportunity presents itself.
Joyce.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling.
Good afternoon to you.
Welcome.
I'm Ziggy by name.
Welcome, Ziggy.
On this subject matter, Joyce, whether a man walks into the liver or water from the liver goes into a man's leg, Joyce, it makes no difference. The issue here is that a man's leg is watering. Whether the ministers remain or whether the ministers is reshuffle, the issue here is that APC government is incompetent. That is just the truth here. Joyce, since 2015 up to date, can you tell me, as a journalist, a renowned one at that, their policy documents? Where are we? And what exactly did they want for Nigeria? Which direction are they telling us at? Where are we moving to? The answer is nowhere. We are on a mission to nowhere. So whether they continue to reshuffle or they continue to retain them, the answer here is that these guys, even if in the next 50, 70 years, they are not going to do anything. These guys just want power for power's sake. And they have not been able to prove us wrong because we know their antecedent.
Okay.
Joyce, let me tell you something. I'm sorry.
I have 15 seconds with you. About 20
I
seconds.
know.
Okay.
Look at Obasanjo, the cabinet. Can you see Ajimogobia? Can you see Okonjo Iweala or Rumba Ote? All those guys are technocrats. This man just littered everywhere with a bunch of politicians who know nothing about policies and all that. And they are here telling us that we should give them time.
I must
Time for
interrupt
what?
you at this point, really.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling Lagos. We're going to go off on a break, and then we'll be back. We'll talk about the protest next.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. It's Customer Service Week, and here at Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio, we want to appreciate our reputable clients for your constant and continuous patronage. PhD, All Seasons Zenith, Media Reach, Media Perspective, Media Fuse, Scout Media, Nitro 121, Acuity, Brands Yard, Algorithm, Intensity, SBI Media, Media 100, Globacom, Brand I, Maxi Media, Media Seal, Universal Macan.
We want to thank you for your patronage and assure you of our continuous outstanding service delivery as always, and also offer you more packages to serve you better.
It's that time of the year again. If you're thinking of studying abroad, then you're in luck. Meet boarding schools from the UK, USA, and Canada, organized by ALTS Education. On Saturday, 12th October at Radisson Hotel, Ozumbambadiwe, Victoria Island, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Sunday, 13th October at Radisson, former Protea Isaac John, GRA, Ikeja, 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. You must come and meet with the schools to discuss your child's specific requirements and possible scholarship and bursary opportunities. It's too expensive to get this wrong or do it blindly. Pre-register at www.altsconsultant.com. Telephone 0818 000 0500. ALTS Education. Investing in our children and the future of Nigeria through global and international education.
Hi, I'm Natasha Kimani. I'm a governance and public policy expert and the host of Talk to Me Direct podcast. Talk to Me Direct is produced by Luminate. Luminate is a global foundation working to ensure that everyone, especially those underrepresented, have the information, rights, and power to influence decisions that affect their lives. In the next episode, we dissect the power of youth organizing in building strong democracies with Chineye Wanaka.
Start where you are. It's okay to start small. You don't despise the days of humble beginnings, but with persistency, with perseverance, you get to your destination.
Like and subscribe to Talk to Me Direct wherever you get your podcasts.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
You're on the sunny side. My name's Joyce. Welcome to 99.3 Nigeria Info. And it is the final day of September. About a few months ago, there was a protest. A few Nigerians came out. Others Nigerians, I don't know, whether it was a lack of faith, a lack of will, a lack of courage. I'm not sure what it is, but some of the Nigerians didn't come out. Or maybe they were just not persuaded by the reason for the protest to have joined other Nigerians. And that, I think it was a 10-day period, and the days came and went, and Nigerians went back home. Well, your lives have not been better since then, and here we are again. So many Nigerians have been complaining. We're sure about more Nigerians complaining today than they did this time last year. In fact, if people were hurt last year, they are broken this year. Now we have another group of Nigerians deciding that come October 1st, Nigerians should brace up for a fresh strike. Well, we've heard of Nigerians talk about strikes. We've heard Nigerians not show up for strike. We've heard Nigerians make cases for a strike. We've also heard Nigerians make cases against strikes. It seems as though even the Nigerian wheel is divided as to what's the best approach to fix the problem. Well, these Nigerians who have maybe not found a more superior means by which they can get the attention of the government insist that their constitutional right to protest will be at work come October 1st. And I guess, given that it's a developing story, getting your view on Nigeria Info as to what should happen, will happen, as far as your input or participation goes, well, yeah, let's talk about that on the sunny side. Welcome, 0201-2770-993, 0201 465-7190, and you can send us a message on WhatsApp 08095975805. Many Nigerians already suggest that many ministers have to go because the policies of this administration have maybe put Nigerians at a disadvantage. Nigerians are complaining that nothing is working, and those who are tired of complaining are insisting that they need to hit the streets in protest of what they believe to be bad government policies that further deteriorates the standard of living. And even and I think many Nigerians have said this, that there isn't any hope in sight. So it does quite appear that there's gloom in the air. Okay, so we're talking. Let's talk about this whole protest situation. Would you be participating? Do you stand for it or do you stand against it? Are you persuaded? Do you think that the situation has devolved to a stage where Nigerians need to take protests seriously, or do you believe that the government is working? After all, the president is telling you he's about to rejig his cabinet, and that's supposed to indicate something. And that something is supposed to tell you two things, I guess, that he's working and taking your well-being into account. So we're talking. Welcome to Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. Hello. It's good to have you join the conversation. Turn off the volume of your radio, Sad.
Yes, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for being here. Tell us your name real quick and leave me your commentary.
My name is Victor.
Good.
Me, I will not join the protest. Here are my reasons.
Okay.
For example, the protest is aimless, first of all. If you say you are protesting, why are you protesting? Bad governance, cost of things, fine. Come let the cost of these things to go up. Let's look at the border. Why are you not opening the border? Because we are not producing enough. Just go there, block the border. If you tell me that everybody is going to block that place, whether the produce you are allowed to come in or not, that are coming in, block it, no movement, nothing goes through that border. See, the attention of the government is turned to that place so that they can hear your cry. If not, I will not join the protest. It's aimless now. You just go and gather somewhere. How many days you come back? That is Buhara. Go there, block the border. But you're not allowing rights to come inside. What are your reasons? Tell us, let us know. If you open this border, let rice come inside, Joyce, the price of rice will fall. It will fall that you won't even do. So what are you trying to do? Protest and protest with aim so that you can achieve results. Not go there, protest, arrest some of you, they injure some of you, and no result come out of it. That is just my own.
Thank you so much. All right, now tomorrow Nigeria turns 64, and the protest aims at basically reinforcing demands made earlier by the protesters, of course, which took place in the month of August. But largely, the organizers of this particular protest say that the earlier protesters were ignored, and so maybe now they want the government to take them seriously, or at least know that they are serious this time around. Welcome to Nigeria Info. It's good to have you on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, my sister Joy. This will be calling from Ikeja.
Thank you so much, Obi, for calling.
Yeah, Joyce, you see, the protest is good, but I know that my people from Southeast, why they are not protesting, let me let people understand that. As I'm talking to you today, being Monday, people are protesting in Southeast. We have been protesting for 4 years. So what I'm trying to say here is the right of people to protest. Anybody who wishes to protest should protest. You see, the issue here, I just told some people, when they keep saying some things in this country, where I define the Igbophobism as a disease, is because when the Southeasterners have been suffering, going through certain things, nobody cares. And today people are talking about just it and joining protests or no protest. I don't think it's wise because nobody has supported us all these 4 years. That our businesses have been debilitated. The whole thing at Southeast, nothing is working. No police stations, no nothing. Nobody cared. So that is why, for me, we're keeping aloof. We're working how things will.
You're speaking for people. I was hoping you would just speak for yourself. Peradventure, the people.
Yes, I think I'm speaking for a larger number of Southeasterners. Majority of South.
Thank you so much for calling.
Because I saw listening this more people are criticizing Southeasterners for not joining the protest. So I just wanted to clear the air on that.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to defend them. Respect to that. Thank you very much.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Now, some Nigerians hit the streets tomorrow. Are you one of them? Your Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you.
Joyce, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling.
My name is Robert.
Good, Rob.
Yes, we have a president that has already made up his mind that no matter what you even during his campaign, he said it. That even if Nigeria protests from now to tomorrow, the fuel price, he said it now. And another stuff, he said again, I don't know if you understand Yoruba. We bring it down. I don't know what he intend to bring. So the last one that they protest, it has has it changed?
Yeah, but you said, is it possible that you didn't quite achieve something the last time because a lot of Nigerians didn't participate?
No, the issue is that even the few ones that participated, some of them are still, I don't know, maybe they have met the bail condition now. They were taken to court with a stringent bail condition. Is it 10 million or something like that? Just to intimidate people. But it is a sign because of that it is the right of people to come outside and protest peacefully. Even the president protested during his time. So
you think that the obstacles before you far outweigh the reasons for the protest?
Yes. What I'm trying to say is that...
I know what you're trying to say. I just want a yes or a no.
What? Okay. Let me say, come again with the question.
So are you saying that the obstacles before you, the things that terrify you, far outweigh the reason for the protest?
Of course.
All right, sure. Thank you so much for calling. Really, I appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome to Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. What's your name?
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah. So, considering the protest...
Are you going to tell me your name?
Yeah, considering the protest...
What's your name, handsome?
Yeah, I'm Samuel.
Are you hoarding your name? Okay, good. Nice meeting you.
So, considering the protest, I've been part of this Take It movement protest right from 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is that
you're afraid.
I stopped attending it.
Okay.
Because you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting to get different results. You know, as long as Nigerians are still, Nigerians still have different tribes, different religions, and different ideologies. I think it will be difficult for any protest in Nigeria to yield anything.
Even when the poverty is uniform, when the strife...
Even when it is uniformed. Because as it stands now, there are still some poor people who resides in Mushi and all that, on all these local places, who still believes in this man.
Okay.
Who still says stuff about this man because he's from, they are practicing the same religion because he's from their tribe. So as long as we keep having such people who prefer that, as long as the country is being run by my tribesman or whatever, anything can happen. It's not my business. When it's
so you will not be joining the protest tomorrow?
Me, I won't.
Thank you so much for calling.
I'll be in my house.
I do appreciate
I'll be watching Netflix.
Okay, good then. Thank you. The sunny side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Well, this pending protest tomorrow. I want to know where you'll be.
Good afternoon, man.
Afternoon to you. Thank you so much for calling. What's your name?
My name is Samuel, calling from Lady Papa.
Sure. Go ahead.
The president of this protest. It's good to protest for my sister. to tell the truth about it is that this country know what I'm.
What do you mean?
And people of this country, whether I go beg on them, come out, whether I come out to no come out, he go see do what they in mind. Me, I don't follow SPN from when they start, Nuri Ribadi to Buhari, that's why I the cost people, Buhari favor people, we in favor. From 215 to 216, 217. Then polite now, then do that wuru. This one now comes in 9 tons. Me, I be typical APC man.
Okay.
But I'm disappointed in this government, it's going to happen. If he not left for me, I go advise you, when I go back, no protest. Our papa then protest. My papa protest at India, I go see me. Me, I don't come now. I still protest and NSAS, now so they do key youths, nothing happen. Tomorrow they talk story, vivid story, people clap for them.
You know the Lagos state government gave money to some of the victims, right?
How many people? How many people they kill? The whole nation.
By the way, that's even what's trending on Twitter. It was on Twitter this morning that some victims got monies. It depends on what your situation was. Some people got money for trauma, some got for injuries, 10 million, 5 million. I saw one, 2 million, 10 million, 15 million. Some of the victims of the NSAS protest. And I think I'm also going to mention that for those who blindly decided that there was no evidence, it really just bits the human imagination. It really defies logic that you can watch a video, and then you can conclude, well, yeah, there are no bodies. I can remember having a conversation, and many people insisted that people didn't die, even though they saw the news, they watched the videos, they saw proof, at least the proof people tended. They still insisted that people didn't die. Well, I guess I have nothing to say to you. I think I've come to accept that the world is split probably in 5 ways. There are people in the middle, left, right, up, down, and some in heaven, others in hell. It's really that. Well, the government, without necessarily admitting to it, has initially, you remember when they gave money for funeral? I think it was a funeral for about 11, was it 11 or 100 something? Can't remember, so I don't exaggerate, but a number of people who died. So there was first the money for funerals, and then now recently, which is what's on social media today, or if you're on Twitter, please, you can check it out, and SARS, you can find what's being said. I mean, there's a little controversy, but I'm not even down for the controversy. I really don't care. I'm just saying that the government has, in silence, in private, admitted and have decided to help those who may have been victims. And this is that situation where I think I like that they have admitted it, but 10 million for someone who's amputated is not enough. It's not enough at all. For someone who's lost an arm, lost a leg, no. For a country without health insurance, no. That's nothing. But yeah, I guess that's a conversation for another day. Maybe I'll have to follow through on that gist and bring it your way and have you speak on the matter, and you tell me whether you really appreciate the government. I mean, I think they're trying to do something, but for the price the Nigerian youth had to pay for something that wasn't necessarily considered a crime, then 10 million is, for those who got 10 million, for those who got 15 million is nothing. But we'll talk about that another day. In the meantime, and today, we're discussing the protests happening tomorrow, and whether you would be a part of it, given everything that makes you grieve today. You're complaining about air, land, sea, tax, electricity, food. There's nothing you're not complaining about, and rightfully so. But what are you going to do about it? Welcome to the show, Nigeria Info. Turn up the volume of your radio set.
Hi, Joyce.
Good to have you. Welcome.
Nice to have you on air. How was your weekend?
Well, I wanted it to be better. It was good.
All right, we'll fund your trip to Italy. Don't worry.
I want to go to Switzerland. So it's Switzerland. Yeah.
Italy was the love of your life.
I've told you where I'm going now, so hey. Welcome. What's your name? Have I lost you? You don't have network. How are you going to pay for my flight? Okay, I'm sorry. You're going to have to call me back. All my lovers. 99.3 Nigeria Info. How are you?
Hello, Joyce.
Good to have you. Thank you so much for calling. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah. My name is Shala.
Welcome,
and
Shala.
I'm calling in from Ebeda.
Good to have you. Welcome.
You should have made do with the offer from the other guy.
The Italy one.
Italy, you know.
I'm not desperate.
That's why it cut off.
No. I'm not desperate. You guys, come on. If you love me, you have to show it, right? You're for me or you're not for. Oh, come on, man.
Did you say Swaziland or Switzerland?
Switzerland.
All right, no problem. We'll deliberate on that. We'll get back to you.
You open a WhatsApp group for GoFundMe.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll deliberate on that. Very soon.
All right.
Yeah. So,
tell us your name. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Shola.
Welcome, Shola. Thank you so much for being here. Good to have you.
Yeah. So, for me, I will tell you straight up, I'm not even planning to join the protest.
Okay.
Even though it's a good cause. But, the issue I have about this the protest is that it seems not to have a particular direction. In the sense that, okay, now, you are gathering together and you are voicing out that you are not happy. But which particular, just for example, like the end SARS. That end SARS, it has a focal point. And if you looked at it, it was addressed almost immediately, even though there were other underlining, issues attached to it. You understand? So now, but the major problem of Nigeria is leadership now. And we know that the leadership problem comes from, I'm talking from my own perspective, why I'm not joining it, until I see this change, or until I see that people are ready to align to this. Now, the problem of the leadership comes from election. So if I see that, for example, the people are going to the National Assembly or every, maybe the House of Assemblies, the lawmaker should be focal point. It's one of the major focal points. You understand? Electoral reforms. If these things can be attended to based on the laws that will be then credible leadership will be put in place.
Hey, fine boy. I'm so sorry. I sincerely apologize. Your network is really going off. It's actually, yeah, you have to call me back.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. I do appreciate your understanding. The Sunny Side, welcome to Nigeria Info. There's a protest tomorrow. Where are you going to be?
Good afternoon, lady.
Afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. What's your name?
How are you today?
I'm grateful. I'm good.
My name from Satellite Town.
Yeah, great.
You see, the last caller was making a very salient point. There was a network interrupted his thought. You see, the protest, albeit within the constitutional right of every Nigerian, has to be very strategic. Because the height of foolishness for me is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. One thing about this protest is that, look at what, like somebody mentioned, the protest that is taking place in the South. That's a form of protest. And if you know what that form of protest is doing to the southeastern region, to the economy, you understand how powerful that form of protest is when you juxtapose with the one of hitting the streets. You see, this hitting the streets, we are doing it, we've done it for too long, and we're beginning to sound like broken records. The government is not even supposed to be, because all these protests where you have to, first of all, organizers will have to go and register, put their name down for the records, be confined to a particular space. That is not the protest the government should be worried about. The protest that should be worried about is the spontaneous protest that will be led by hunger, hardship. When people look in their bank accounts and they can't find money in their bank accounts, it's going to be spontaneous. And it has to be very objective. Like he was saying, go to the National Assembly and demand electoral reforms. Make sure you block the National Assembly until they heed to the call of the people. Because without us getting to the root of our problems, we will never be able to solve it. What has brought us to where we are today is the process that is bringing about catistocrats in power. The worst of the worst are those who are ruling us. What is the process that brings them to power? It's like the first topic you mentioned when you talk about cabinet reshuffle. Hello, when the process is flawed, the foundation is structurally and fundamentally flawed. What do you expect of the rest? Blocks or structure you're going to put on top of it.
Okay. But what about the reason of hunger? At least what everybody doesn't quite agree with.
That's what I'm saying, my dear sister. Hunger has not gotten to that point where you start, some people will say, I will not partake, I will partake. That hunger has not gotten to that point. It's all this process where, yes, this is where people have to decide, okay, I will not join it. The process I'm talking about is going to be, it will be driven by hunger, by desperation. This is the hunger the authorities will be afraid of. Not this one.
Okay.
This one is just advertisement. This one is just a procession. You are confined to a particular space by some kind of subsisting court order, you start making noise from there. Who cares about those noise you're making?
All
so
right.
what we're talking about is that if we are going to have a protest in this country, it has to be strategic. What do we intend to achieve and how do we intend to go about it? Is that we're taking charge of the National Assembly and making sure that lawmakers listen to us and carry out the needed reforms. So tomorrow we will not be crying the same foul we're crying because there's a process, a flawed process in place that continues to bring about the worst set of people in power. We need to take care of that process or we down tools, like what's happening in the Southeast. When you down tools, do you know what it every day? Do you know how much the government will be losing economically? So all this idea of coming out to the street, being recorded, the organizers giving their names, confined to Unity Fountain, that is no protest.
Thank you.
So until we get to that stage, I don't think we're ready.
All right, got it. Thank you so much for calling. Really, I appreciate it. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. Thank you so much for calling.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you. Welcome. What's your name?
As far as the concerning the protest, I will protest.
Okay. What are you protesting for? What are you out for?
I'm protesting for the future of my kid and every other kid out there.
Solid. That's a good
one. So I'm not coming out because everybody is coming out. I'm coming out solely for the future of my children.
All right. Straightforward.
Like I told you the other day that most of our parents and we that are parents now we have indulged in this survival mentality that the economy, the government, those in leadership has imposed on us, and our horizon has been a kind of confined. We cannot even think outside the box again. We are not thinking of surviving. We are just like, what will I eat today? What where is the next meal coming from? None of us are futuristic in our thinking again, and so I don't want it to happen to my children. I don't want them to also grow up in that kind of mindset of survivor.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm protesting, which I did last, that is the August protest. I trended, even this Biafra guy was, telling that
Thank
this
you.
and that and that.
All right,
No
good.
Igbo man
I'm
will
glad that
protest
you decide to give yourself a reason to hit the streets alongside other
Yes.
Nigerians, and the goal is the same. If you ask me, the goal is the same.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling.
Like I said before, I'd rather die on the street than sit at home and watch the future of my kids go to waste. I'd rather die on that street.
Thank you.
So I'm coming out.
Thank you.
Nothing is stopping me. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. You go, well, this is a message. We all know this country can never and never be better on this administration of crazy we practice. It's all written in the holy book. God help those who help themselves. What took the Israelites out of Egypt's bondage? People died, properties lost, yet God supported it. Revolution till we are ready. Let's keep suffering and smiling and stop the lamentation and sentiments that takes us nowhere. Thank you. This is Bob. I do appreciate this is Bob from Aja, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the show. Well, there is in protest tomorrow, some Nigerians are deciding that the suffering is unbearable and they need the government to do something desperately. For that reason, they are hitting the streets to confront the government in it's a civil gathering. It's civil unrest, yeah, but it's a civil gathering. It's peaceful protest, and they say as Nigerians it's their constitutional right. They call on other Nigerians to join this protest. Let's talk on Nigeria Info. Would you be there? Hello, welcome. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, let me comment two callers. The man from Satellite.
Introduce yourself to the public. What's your name?
The caller that is, they talk basic thing to do.
What's your name?
My name is Mazude.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I want Nigeria. I want to ask one question. Can a single person, an ordinary person, sponsor a deal in National Assembly? Is it possible?
Your lawmakers are sponsoring bills, yeah?
If it's only the lawmakers, that is where we should go because that is where our problem lies. So that we can, we should say that the reform of the electoral process must be done accurately in the name of truth. That is where we're supposed to go, no matter, not even hunger. This hunger, that's where we'll stop it. Because that's where we take a lot of good ones to be in government and give us what we want. Although these people in government can do it, they can change tomorrow. in as much as Christianity says this Paul change, what's the name to Paul? It's possible for a wrong person to do the best. So I don't condemn them that cannot do it. But the way we can do it, to go to that very place to amend all our laws that makes all this story every day. We don't need to be talking story. It's very easy to solve the problem in Nigeria. I don't see any problem anyway to me, because I know the quality of life in me. If what people call spirit is not spirit, is natural. If you get natural life, you are okay in the world.
I'm going to have to
I know, and I can teach.
I'm going to have to interrupt you. Thank you.
No problem.
So much
Thank
for
you.
calling. I appreciate it.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's Customer Service Week, and here at Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio, we want to appreciate our reputable clients for your constant and continuous patronage.
MTN, Nestle, Coca-Cola, Guinness Nigeria PLC, Airtel Nigeria, Bet King, Total Nigeria, Spotify, Techno, Chi Limited, Tunis, Echo Supreme, FC Ramco, Caraway Foods, Stanbic IBTC, Standard Chartered, Amazon, Emirates Airline, MultiChoice, Netflix, Nigerian Breweries, Access Bank, AXA Mansard, Tolaram Groups, Nai Mobile, First Bank, Union Bank, Jack Daniels, DKT Nigeria, Perfecti, Echo Supreme, Google, P&G, Harrison Thermal Heater, Jumia, Burger King, Bastion Health, and Cremella. We want to thank you for your patronage and assure you of our continuous outstanding service delivery as always, and also offer you more packages to serve you better.
Attention, all secondary schools, get ready to speak up, stand out, and make your voice heard. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament Season 8 is here. If you have the passion, the skills, and the will to win, this is your moment. Auditions for this year's season ends Sunday, October 6th, 2024. Don't miss this chance to compete with the brightest minds in Lagos. How to enter? Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg to Differ banner on the homepage. Choose only one out of 3 topics listed. Argue 2 minutes in favor of and 2 minutes against the topic you chose. Upload your 4 minutes recording in MP3 format, fill in your other details and submit. This is open to secondary school students between the ages of 13 and 16. Register now and prove that you have what it takes to be an I Beg to Differ champion. I Beg to Differ Debate Season 8, the Tournament of Champions. .3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Nigeria Info here on the sunny side. Welcome. We're discussing the possibility of a strike tomorrow. Well, Nigerians have been complaining. A handful of you have been calling the Nigeria Info FM studios complaining about bad governance. So what are you going to do about it? So here we are talking about this. Hello, welcome to the show. I'll read a few messages when we return in a moment. Hello, good afternoon. I have about a minute with you. Afternoon to you.
Joyce.
Tell us your name and you can go ahead.
Well done. This is Daffy.
Thank you for calling.
From Lagos Island.
Good.
Yeah. You see, I'm not in support of the protest. And my reason there is the protest is just a topic cock. You can't announce protest. The type of protest I want is a type of protest that we will just box it out one day. Bah! Block everywhere, block expressway so that those big criminals will find nowhere to escape or nowhere to go out. We just keep them indoor, lockdown, just lock down the whole country. I know the protest that we will go and cage ourselves in under bridge in Kenya or go Freedom Park or go to for what? An interesting progress and protest has to take place, the whole town, the whole city, lock everywhere. Nobody will move. at least for 1 week or 2 weeks, we will get what we want.
Yeah, but how can you do that sort of protest if the people don't know that kind of protest is happening?
Well, I'm expecting that it will come one certain day because it will come unexpectedly.
All right.
Because that is the only thing that will solve the problem in this country. You understand?
All right.
If we don't lock these big fools down, nothing will ever work.
Language.
Nothing will ever work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate and I can understand your rage, but please be considerate of the language. We're a few seconds away from a commercial break. Actually, no. We're a few seconds away from the headline news on Nigeria Info. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. When we come back, the EFCC is under scrutiny. Well, maybe not the whole EFCC, but you kind of get the point. On Nigeria Info is the sunny side.
Our website, nigeriainfo.fm, is a trusted platform for more intellectual, trending, and exclusive stories with up-to-date analysis. We are not just the talk station of the nation. We are your #1 talk station. Join the league of fans consuming great news at www.nigeriainfo.fm and get rewarded for your time. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock. The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Right, Lagos, here are the headlines this hour. The End Bad Governance protest organizers say they are going ahead with the October 1st National Day of Survival protest. Meanwhile, Organized Labour and the National Association of Nigerian Students now have 64 compressed natural gas buses, while the federal government has urged the protesters to sheathe their swords and refrain from acts of violence. The Lagos state government says the restriction of the protest to 2 designated venues still stands. Governor Sanwo-Olu is also urging Nigerians to focus on rebuilding the nation. While to Port Harcourt, where Governor Siminalayi Fubara wants his people to know that he will never give away his kidney or liver just to be loyal to anybody. 2 suspected drug kingpins on the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency's wanted list are now in custody, while a police-based automobile spare parts dealer, Ejiofor Chiwuzie, is with the NDLEA over an attempt to export consignments of heroin and loud, a strain of cannabis here in Lagos. The Nigerian Cardiac Society wants Nigerians to know that over 20.5 million people die of heart diseases annually, with more than 75% occurring in low and middle income countries. On the foreign scene, Hamas says the leader of its Lebanese group has been killed by Israeli airstrikes in southern Lebanon. And in sports, Galatasaray technical director Okan Buruk has expressed worry over Victor Osimhen's injury as the striker races to be fit for club's subsequent matches. Those are the headlines. You are listening to The Sunny Side with Joyce on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Stay here, Lagos. Good afternoon.
What's that station again?
Oh, yeah, Kemo, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So, like, here we talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
I woke up today in London as the plane was touching down, and all I could think about was Monday.
Activate. Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
99.3 Nigeria Info here on the sunny side. It's 207, 7 minutes past 2 p.m. Okay, so this is important, even though it's just a bye statement. If you know how to pray, I would say you pray that we don't get into a war in the next 7 days. So over the weekend, Israel has been busy. And to my surprise, over the weekend, they struck Yemen. Well, yeah, there's the issue of Yemen striking Israel because they are in support of Gaza, and Gaza being defenseless, or the Palestinians being defenseless, need people to stand up for them. So a few countries have pretty much been trying to get in somehow to see whether they can push Israel back. And Israel is really, I think they're the actors on the stage at this point. They struck Lebanon. In fact, I can't believe what Israel is doing to Lebanon. I still cannot fully accept what's happening in Palestine. But you see what's happening in Lebanon? I don't get it. I, honest to God, don't get it. Okay, you wanted to kill Hezbollah. And in what, less than 3 days or 4 days, you struck off the entire hierarchy of Hezbollah. Okay, good. But they haven't stopped. And they continue. And then they struck Yemen yesterday, and I thought, okay, what are we watching? What is the power of the United Nations? Do we just sit back and just watch a bunch of guys just come and just read off a script and mutter something and sound like they're talking tough and go home? What are we watching? So I don't know. You see America, huh? You see America? I know you like America. I think you love America. And maybe there are good reasons to love America. But you see America, huh? Yeah. That's all I just want to say. You know, you see America. Now, America has said if Iran strikes Israel, they're going to get in. I even hear that America is moving machinery, moving men and stuff around Jordan, that they're reinforcing somewhere. They're just really waiting for a whistle so that they can have reasons to, all right. So I think I'm just saying that we could be watching the unfolding of a war, and I'm really hoping it doesn't get there. I truly hoping it doesn't get there. But we're really watching the moments before the worst really touches the ground. Okay. Most of it is in the news, and I think pretty much what's been reported, number of people killed, how they've been killed, when they were killed, who Israel is striking, and reasons for Israel's strike against these quote-unquote enemies. I listened to some interview. It was a news channel interviewing an Israeli. I can't remember what the person's position with the government was, and he kept saying, "Oh, we don't care. Oh, we don't care." And then they asked him, "Well, you know, like children are dying and women are dying." He's like, "Oh, we don't care." It's like, okay. I don't know what we're looking at, but it's not good. All right. I wanted to put that out there, and let's see what happens. Right now, the United Nations is still on meeting, and here we have the Syrian foreign minister speaking. And his speaking, he says, Israeli forces have scaled up attacks against countries, including Syria. That's what the news is reporting. There's a breaking news. Israel prepares to use force from air, sea, and land. It would be insane if there's a ground invasion in Lebanon. It would be absolutely insane. But I'm reporting to you what the news is reporting. Israel prepares to use force from air, sea, and land. And the United Nations, the Syrian foreign minister, Syria calls on the UN to end Israeli aggression against Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria. We don't know how far this can go, but Israel appears to be ready for the distance. Okay, we're radioactive. It's a beautiful Monday afternoon, and we have problems back at home, so let's talk about the EFCC and this stinking 15 million naira allegation on the side.
Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
My head is shaking. I have a headache. I'm trying not to fall apart. All right. The EFCC. Where do we begin? It's like, where do we begin? I gave you the information last week, and I wanted you to. Unfortunately, we didn't have time for that. I think you already know so much because Nigeria Info pretty much reported the updates as they unfolded, but I think I'll just quickly run through a few of the introductions here. The executive chairman of the EFCC ordered immediate investigation of alleged bribery allegation that was said to have emerged from its involvement with Bobrisky, and that said involvement led to the removal of money laundering charges against Bobrisky, the cross-dresser, he's transgender. So that's gay, right? Oh, it's not? Okay. Something like that. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, and then it's been alleged that some unnamed officers of the EFCC collected a sum of 15 million naira from him to remove the charges against him. Okay, so we've been expecting the VDM, the gentleman who put out the initial audio, pretty much revealed that EFCC could have been involved in the receiving of bribes to set a man or make a man's charges less indicting. Okay, good. So here we have the House of Representatives summoned EFCC chairman and also the Nigerian Correctional Service Controller General. Okay, others invited include Ben Rabi Friedman, the controller of Corrections Lagos Command, and also we hear that there is Michael Anugwa, DCC, in charge of medium security, and Sikiru Adekunle, DCC, in charge of maximum security. And they also invite Bobrisky and Very Dark Man. So there's drama. Like, Nigeria is a heck of a stage. So you see the EFCC in a situation that they shouldn't be in. It's like you're caught with your pants down. And I don't know whether you may have assumed this, but this is a fair assumption that there is corruption in the system, and sometimes it's the way that it makes itself to the news that truly gives us a push in the face. Because, I mean, we've been talking corruption about all our lives as a country, right? Corruption in Nigeria. And then you wonder why nothing is being done, why people don't move as quickly as they should to fix the corruption issue. But here, a Very Dark Man appears to be resistant both to a corrupt system and, even worse, to what appears to be government officials who are working and are not. And I think the reason this is tragic is because it's the EFCC. You should be fighting corruption. You're not? Okay, let's talk. I want to hear what you have to say about this. Good to have you. How are you?
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
This is Samuel calling back from my Oleja Papa.
Good to have you. Go ahead.
Joy, about the Bobrisky matter with the EFCC. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Don't tell where they happen. Not be only Bobrisky saying conscious. Look at boys they around, they do say that they do. I would say that they are proud, they are Yahoo. If you talk too much, they'll tell you they get Godfather. Where if the thing don't happen, then go talk the money, then go take that one like that kind close to 50 million, 100 million, they go leave them. Tomorrow you go do more. So this Bobrisky, just be say the guy, either one way or the other, and just decided to say no, making the game come on air to make updates.
No. Bobrisky, no, that's not the story. He was telling a friend, he was discussing with a friend, but he was being recorded.
Okay, now.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That one then, but still until they go still sweep them under the carpet.
Okay.
Our politicians then they inside. Yes, the politicians then they inside. Now, likewise, all these young boys, likewise, people they street. I make if I day like this, and today as I day like this, any boy will like say that she's a thief. I don't see but see them beat and kill and die. I swear, if I know the family of those people do that, and they swear for them till tomorrow. Because those will go see from where he beats, die, put up on their kill and do donkey justice on your head. What about those where they up? Look how person go there day like this, before go know. And the process they look in your account don't flop. Me as I day like this, upon say I stop and one account I get. Access Bank with their groups, things take me almost 100,000. Not one know okay, they don't give me the 100,000. And if I create awareness for there, they will say, this one I will happen because that's why they go there. I need to take awareness. But this one, they take me unaware and I say I let go. After that, the next thing let me know say them go still give me my money back. Then I access account the thing enter, but end of the day I no see common 20,000, talking of 10,000. And now the person they no job, the money I get one going to pursue business, then one down, and let's go. So Auntie Joy, to tell you the truth about all these things, end of the day, for you know, not those who is them too much, they will demote them. They know demote them, they will put them one side, still give them job for another place. Because of them, they be followers. Just like people like me now, like I know if support rubbish. I make like I know if government, no if give me work, I don't work. I rather work in neutral work, I be driver, I can drive anywhere. But give me work, I work. But I need to work rubbish work, blind work, survive work with tomorrow will cost me, will affect my children. The one I didn't do why the beg God network give me, I won't join another one. So for this matter, nothing will happen. Any how they do like this, tomorrow gone, nothing will see happen. Go see the happen, will see happen. This small boys do Yahoo with sadness, nothing that happen. Mama they support them, Papa they support them. Even family pass for them, Papa they pray for them, make it they work for them. They spoil Nigerian name, that's why. That's one travel, they no fit give visa. I bet that thing. I was see our own government and I don't think they collect money. Tomorrow go up and go back 100 million, 50 million, they do that. I need to collect work when they work, no pay and reach 600 or 500 or 1 million. Go buy house of how many million for one banana. So I just thank you. Wait till they look up to make the government and take action. Do what they will do. Make everything settle.
Thank you.
We self know what they do for our own self.
I appreciate you calling in. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Hello, how are you? You're on the sunny side. Welcome to the show. We're following a moving story. Turn up the volume of your radio set.
Hello?
Speak up for us, lady. Welcome. Yeah. What's your name?
Onyemuwa is my name. So this issue of EFCC chairman, I was thinking whether this thing is, if you do me or I do you. Because of if you do me, I'll do you. Because this thing has been on board. Nobody was speaking out. Now that this the issue of Bello, when it came on board, the EFCC cannot arrest Bello. I was like, is there anything that this man knows that we don't know that they are hiding for themselves? Now that the issue, the Bello is coming up, this one, the issue of EFCC started coming up. Is it the case of if you do me, I do you? That's why they couldn't arrest him. And they were running around the circle like a Peter and centrifugal force. They couldn't arrest him. So this one that is coming up now, we know that it has been on board. EFCC chairman is corrupt. We know that, but why is it coming now?
No, not the chairman. They say some officers, they're not named yet. They're unnamed. So hopefully the investigation would name them.
Okay, some officers. And why is it coming now?
What do you mean, why is it coming now? It was just, someone leaked it. What do you mean, why is it coming now?
I know what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know what you're saying, but I can at least thank you very much for saying it. On Nigeria Info. Thank you. Hello, the sunny side. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Joyce, good morning. Oh, good afternoon, sorry. It's raining here.
Turn off that thing. Turn it off.
No, it's off.
Okay. What's your name?
This is Malik speaking.
Welcome, Malik.
Joy, do you know what bothers me in this issue?
What?
It's almost 4 days now, or 5 days. EFCC has not come out and to say some certain officers have been suspended that was involved in that case. Not that they are guilty, that was involved in the arrest of Whiskey, that was involved for taking him to court. They've been suspended. They've not done any of that. And you expect to get results? You see the reason why I don't have hope in this EFCC chairman? He came on air and said, I vow if I don't bring Bello to court, or if I don't arrest him, I will resign. Till today, almost 2 months now, Bello is nowhere to be found. But if I arrested the former governor of Taraba State, for how much? Is it 27 billion? The Bello case is 80-something billion, another 100 billion count charges against the Bello again, but you've not brought him to court. And you expect us to believe that this Bobrisky case will have head? Joyce, this case you're saying so is dead on arrival. The EFCC will not, because their men are involved in collecting small bribes for some guys. It's all over the news before this case came up now. The case chairman has not spoken about that at all.
He had referenced it sometime. One time he was given a press briefing, and he did quite reference that some of his men had been engaged in fraud. I'm not sure what the inside punishment was for that, but he had mentioned it in the past.
Joyce, we've seen the police, as bad as they are, dismiss their men on TV. As bad as they are, dismiss their men on TV. We've seen the police coming to announce that social money that was collected by social people has been returned back to the owner. But we've not seen EFCC coming to say.
Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm going to quickly go to Skype. Hello, Skype caller. How are you? Hello?
Good afternoon, Joyce. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much for calling. You tell us your name. You go ahead.
Okay, my name is Benga. I hope your niece is doing well today.
Yeah, she's good. Thank you.
Oh, okay. That's good to hear. Okay, as regards the case, I actually have more of questions than opinion, actually.
Real quick.
Because I'm just thinking, okay, what if Bobrisky says I was actually lying in the audio? And my question to you, I hope you can enlighten me on this, is if I go to court and said I lied about a statement, is that admissible in court?
If you go to court and say you lied about a statement, is it admissible?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course it is. You can say, well, I lied, but the question is, it can be proven otherwise.
Oh, okay. So you think, okay, so if it is proven that money exchange hands, yes. So my question is, if there was no evidence to demonstrate that money exchange hands, can Bobrisky still be held liable for making that statement?
Well, sir, first, I'm not his
even
defense.
if she come out to say,
Yeah.
I was actually lying.
So that's why I guess they're having the investigation. So if there's no proof that money went through anybody's hands, it almost slashes the weight of the case into two and makes it less heavy. So it may even begin to, at that moment, suggest that probably it's not even criminal. It's probably maybe because, like people do like name dropping, people who pose with other people.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe Bobrisky was just name dropping. He can claim that he was name dropping just to bloat his social status and bloat his social perception of the man he gets in bed with. Like, he could say that. But
that seems to be a valid argument.
Yeah, but if it can be proven otherwise, it can be proven otherwise.
Yes.
So
okay, then my second question, if I just have the time to ask, is this. I'm sorry about that.
Hurry.
Okay, so I don't know if you watched this conversation on Arise TV where there was two men who used to work for the Nigeria Correctional Service who came out to say the profile inmate that is coming in. And
more conversation, more talk, more right after this. It's Customer Service Week, and here at Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio, we want to appreciate our reputable clients for your constant and continuous patronage.
Flour Mills, Globacom, Cadbury, Unilever, Promasidor, International Breweries, PepsiCo Foods, PZ Cousins Limited, Sterling Bank, Pernod Ricard, Infinix, Bloom, House on the Rock, Aula Foods, Avon HMO, Leadway Assurance, InDrive, Bajaj, TGI Groups, Reliance HMO, ARM Pension, Hairs Insurance, SBC, Hypo Home Care Products, Reckitt, UAC Cap, UAC CAP, 9PSB, TOEFL, Mobile, Eco Revenue Summit, and Beggar Paint. We want to thank you for your patronage and assure you of our continuous outstanding service delivery as always, and also offer you more packages to serve you better.
Hi, I'm Natasha Kimani. I'm a governance and public policy expert and the host of Talk to Me Direct podcast. Talk to Me Direct is produced by Luminate. Luminate is a global foundation working to ensure that everyone, especially those underrepresented, have the information, rights, and power to influence decisions that affect their lives. In the next episode, we dissect the power of youth organizing in building strong democracies with Chineye Wanaka.
Start where you are. It's okay to start small. You don't despise the days of humble beginnings, But with persistency, with perseverance, you get to your destination.
Like and subscribe to Talk to Me Direct wherever you get your podcasts.
Need ideas for your daily tasks? Want to create stunning presentations?
Generate text and images with just a few clicks. Introducing Copilot in Windows 11, your partner in productivity, creativity, and fun. Discover your everyday AI companion by using HP's laptop with its Windows 11 operating system. The HP Pavilion X360 2-in-1 laptop, 14EK1031 NIA with its Windows 11 operating system is available at all DreamWorks stores. Call 0808-553-8331 or visit www.dreamworksdirect.com for more information. HP PC with Windows, the device for you.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Skype caller. Sorry for the interruption. You were asking me the third question real quick.
Okay, so I saw this argument on Arise TV made by two elderly men. I think one of them was actually a bishop who used to work in what is now known to be Nigerian Correctional Service. And the argument seems to be that there are situations where incoming inmates are profiled and a security assessment is being made. And they try to look at what risk does this inmate pose to the other inmates and what risk does the other inmate pose to this incoming inmate. That perhaps that was the reason why Bobrisky was not kept with the other inmates, because the assumption is that because she has some kind of feminine look, that they feel there might be some kind of possibility she might be sexually assaulted if it was put with the other inmate. So I was wondering if you think that is a valid argument as to why she wasn't kept with the other inmate.
I wouldn't even consider that to be a problem, to be honest with you, because if they have, space for, say, special inmates, and that's where he was put in, then that wouldn't be a problem. That's not even the gist. The gist is that he called his godfather, and his godfather's like, look, I'll cater to you, don't worry. And then he was removed from within the precinct of the prison and into some palatial residence where he spent his time. That's the gist. So the police and the prisons now would have to investigate and find out how true that is. And out of shame, decide to do something public to reinforce the trust of the Nigerian people, to say that they are credible and can be trusted both with authority and responsibility. So whether he's transgender, bigender, pansexual, that's not necessarily necessary.
Yeah.
It doesn't discredit the situation even as it is.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't. As long as money exchange hands, there is a big problem.
And then there's a godfather somewhere who calls up, the prison head in Abuja and says, "Oh, look, I have a kid. I want you to pay special attention to. He's not going to serve time." Yeah.
I mean, Joyce, if you don't mind me asking you an additional question, do you have any idea the kind of people who actually have numbers of, heads of prisons that can just call and say, okay, can you keep this in there?
I don't care one way or the other. I really don't.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Joyce. Have a nice day.
You too. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome. Turn off the volume of your radio set. It's like you're trying to roll out of bed.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon to you. Afternoon.
Can you give me 30 seconds to talk something on protest?
29 seconds. No. I'm sorry. We'll talk about the protest tomorrow. Okay. If you're going to be on ground, you let me know.
Sister, may God bless the very dark man, and God will save him, and he will continue being truthful and other Nigerians. Sister, I want to define EFCC. EFCC can be defined as an institution instituted to witch hunt a political party against political party opponents, and to witch hunt Yahoo boys to the detriment. The thing we say, Nigerians, the EFCCs are not helping us. The EFCC have some informants that are giving them information from Yahoo boys.
What are you
If you don't have money to save yourself, you will go to jail. They are not fair. Are you hearing me? But Bobrisky have wiped them out. He so close his mouth. And during that man went to school. And you know what the law is against false video giving the public. So they should investigate it very well. And if Bobrisky found one thing, he should go back to jail. He know get 7 years. Sister, in conclusion, like Olumwa, let EFCC still investigate the lady so that they say is mad, that is not mad, because agree say make the climb back. So they should investigate first whether they pay her salary for 1 year. EFCC do your work. Maybe only your contract and all those Okalo or your boys when they use like a break at all. Go arrest her, Bello. EFCC go arrest her. I say thank you. The Lord is our strength.
And you're really just sapping the strength away. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Turn up the volume of your radio. Thank you. Welcome. Real quick, tell me your name. Go ahead.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Good to have you.
Joyce, first and foremost, I want to say this. I listened to that interview. And this, one of those guys that spoke is an ex-prison, either prison controller or something. The man said something that is very vital. He said they put some people in protective custody for their safety. There is a reason for that. That is by the way. I want to ask, this video, this audio that the very dark man leaked, on what ground? He did name calling. He too doesn't understand the law of privacy. That is one. Then, lastly, on the issue of EFCC, Joy, we know that Nigerian EFCC, especially under this APC government, not even Tinubu government, from the time of Buhari, they have become very toothless. So toothless that they have never had any conclusive cases, especially when it comes to high-profile case. So I believe that there is nothing too much to be expected. And for the House of the National Assembly that is inviting them, so of what use? Have they to ever carried out any investigation that they concluded to a point where they say, okay, this is the conclusion? They've not now.
All right.
They have not done that.
All right.
There is no case they have ever get involved. They too, at the end of it, they get compromised. They get compromised. I mean, the legislators themselves that will investigate this, they will get compromised.
Thank you
God save this nation.
for calling. I appreciate. 99.3 Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Hey. All right, I'm going to assume you can't hear me. If you can hear me, please call back. You're on the sunny side. Good afternoon. Sorry, I lost you. Make it back. Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Well, the moving story. Bad theater, I must say, but it's theater regardless. Hello, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Chris.
Welcome, Chris.
For EFCC, never a time I believe them. They be selective. Immediately after they dealt with former IG, the late IG, they've been selective. One of the governors, past governor Bayelsa, EFCC come out. Oh, he has 200 and something houses. The moment guy jump ship to APC, they now say, no, they has been reduced to four house. And the guy contested under their party. These are people who claim they are men of integrity and whatever. Even the boy, they believe that he will do this. Magu, you remember Magu? How did Magu end up? The chairman of EFCC, Lamode. Apart from that lady, this Hausa lady that headed the EFCC from the north. I've forgotten her name. At the end, they framed some story just to remove her. So for EFCC, it's not today. They've been doing this. Like I always say, there's always after effect. Who are going to investigate these things? They themselves, what was the process that brought them into office? I keep on asking of process. I wish Nigerians well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Hey, how are you? Turn up the volume of your radio set.
Hey.
Thank you so much for being here. So good to have you.
Take my call.
What's your name?
Francis calling from Victoria Island.
Welcome, Francis.
How was your weekend?
Good. Thank you.
All right. Joyce, I strongly want to believe that this issue of Bobrisky and the other guy, the very dark man, it's all about diversionary tactics from the APC-led administration.
You don't even think it's true at this point?
Yeah, just want to distract our attention from the real issues.
You know, are you going to protest tomorrow? Are you going on the protest grounds tomorrow?
Hopefully, I'm going to join.
Nobody's really distracting you. You can truly just remove yourself from the situation.
They are distracting of Joyce.
Really?
That's the honest truth. This APC guys, it's just me.
Wow.
God have mercy. God have mercy.
Well, that's surprising. You think it's a tactic to distract you. Hello, welcome. You're on the sunny side. Let's talk. What do you have to say? Good afternoon to you. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Robert.
Welcome, Rob.
Joyce, this issue involves three people, if not four. I think I listened to the audio. Falana, the president controller, the EFCC, and the president.
President?
Is it according to what I heard? They said it was two Falana that the president gave the approval for that permission for her to go.
No, it doesn't include the president. Your figures are wrong, but yeah, it doesn't include the president.
Okay, let me remove the okay. The thing is that me, as a person, I've lost my interest on EFCC. All your guys, most of them sold their house now, apart from Ribado.
What if this is a case of a few bad eggs, just a few bad people inside?
Not a few bad eggs, Joyce. These people look after people that have money. If you have money, there's a way you concentrate your case and you get out of the hook. Whenever I used to see them, even at night, 1 a.m., they will be stopping all these boys with flashy cars and collecting them. How many times? So if you don't have money, that is where they will rot in jail. Look at Yaya Bello now. Has he not this NESA that went to, is it Okorosha house? That was carrying the other day. They fish him out. Is it not this NESA? I think they have changed their name.
So you don't think that they're credible? You don't trust that they are credible?
These people should be scrap up. They are just, I don't know. These people, they are just deceiving Nigerians. They are not fighting any which culture when their own men are corrupt.
Well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. The sunny side. So here it now puts the integrity of the EFCC into question, which makes the story all the more dramatic. We're talking on Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. If you're here, I can hear you.
Concerning your head, please take a lot of water. Help.
I mean, I'm talking to you. I can't quite reach water, but I will.
Emeka is my name.
Thank you so much for being here.
Is it like most scholars have alluded? How has the past chairman of the EFCC fared? They've all been removed by one scandal or the other. And like you rightly mentioned, even the current chairman alluded to the fact that some of his men have been complicit in compromising investigations. And let's not forget, EFCC is not operating in isolation. EFCC is operating in a system, a very corrupt system. And who appoints the chairman of the EFCC? All these draft agencies, who appoints them? See, in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned, all the ministries, departments, agencies, commissions are all being corrupted. All the crevices, arteries, and veins of the Nigerian state has been corroded by corruption. So it's not a new thing that this whole scandal is coming up. I only hope and pray that very dark man, he's trying to do a good job, but what he's doing is something that leadership has not been able to do. That he's trying to do. But I hope and pray that he has all the evidence, all the facts to portray his case, because I know he's going to be fighting a very, very powerful person in the name of a godfather who is yet unknown. So who that godfather is yet to be seen or heard. The issue of taking people to protective custody and all that, you need to pay 15 million to be taken to protective custody.
There you go.
That's the question. So if people are coming up with that point, that angle, okay, why, if you believe that person is going to pose a high risk to inmates or to himself, why not do the needful? Why not ask for 15 million? Well, these are just allegations, mere allegations, but it also buttresses one thing, that this idea of fighting corruption or graft agencies, I think it's high time we interrogate the process of electing the head of this agency, because we're only building strong men, not strong institutions. And for institutions to be strong, the process of bringing the leadership to power must be neutral, decentralized from the executive arm of government, which has corrupted all the institutions of the state. So what is happening in EFCC on these allegations, although for now they are yet to be proven, beyond reasonable doubt, but even if it is proven, it's just one of too many cases that we have in Nigeria. This is a country where people will ask for loan, ask for assistance from international donors. They will reloot the same loan, the same assistance we're giving to them, and they'll still come on world stage to seek debt relief. I will not comical. I will not hilarious.
Thank you very much for calling. Really, I do appreciate 99.3 Nigeria Info. I think Nigerians can look at themselves in the mirror and see what reflects right back. You're on the sunny side. Welcome. Turn off the volume of your radio.
Yeah, hello.
Good. Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah.
What's your name?
So, I'm Sam.
Welcome, Sam.
Yeah. So, about the EFCC. So, EFCC has been a corrupt body right from when this party came into power.
Why do you say so? Really? You mean they weren't corrupt until now? Is that what you're implying?
They were, but it was like 30%,
You can't quite measure it because you don't have all the information.
I can.
Really?
I actually can. Because I've been like a victim of EFCC, brouhaha and all that. So, unfortunately for me on that day, I went to visit a friend, and we were working on our project. And it was around 1 a.m. and we heard a big kick on the door, and the door opened. They didn't even say anything to me. I just saw FT men. They started beating the hell out of me. Before I could know, we were weeks away. The next thing, we found ourselves at Ikoyi. What did we do? What did we do? They started making several allegations and other stuff. I think the EFCC, they are not a serious-minded body. What have they done? What have they done to Labaramako? Their previous boss. That case is dead and gone. What have they done to the former humanitarian minister? This Fulani lady that was said that to have embezzled money.
They retrieved the money from her. Well, they retrieved some monies from her, but I guess couldn't put her behind bars or prosecute her.
Oh my God!
So you don't even think that EFCC is even capable of investigating its own self?
EFCC cannot investigate itself because we have stronger men and weaker institutions.
That's what makes this something to keep an eye on. It appears to not just be sentimental.
Okay, I want to ask a question now, Joyce.
I don't have
sorry,
all
I want
the
to ask a
answers.
question.
No, don't be sorry.
Why is the National Assembly inviting very dark man?
I tell you, Nigeria is a theater. It's bad theater, though, but yeah, theater nonetheless.
Has the National Assembly now become an investigative committee or what? I don't understand.
Look, in the absence of something better to do, you can just sit back and hear a tale.
Oh, my God.
And it can count for a day's work. Why not?
Oh, my God.
Sure.
Oh, my God. It's just unfortunate. There was once a country.
Well, thank you so much for calling, then. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now, some of you say you don't trust the EFCC to investigate itself. Now, that would be a stab to their hearts if they feel the Nigerians feel this way about them. The sunny side.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Well, thank you for the updates you're giving.
What's your name? What's your name?
Okay, John from Ogun State.
Sure. Go ahead real quick.
On this issue on the table right now, concerning EFCC, it's just to make us hear what is going on. Everything will die down in the next 1 or 2 weeks.
You really feel so?
I feel so. I'm very, very sure of that. What happened to the predecessor of the right man there at the top? Power. I hope everybody knows. Once the worst that can happen in this country, if you can steal as much as possible, they arrest you or they call you, and then you can bail yourself. That is the end of the whole thing. So this country is not structured.
Is it also possible? Is it possible that the reason people get away with vile and evil and corruption is because the Nigerian people are passive, they're indifferent?
See,
they also corrupt people waiting to strike. Like, don't you think that that's a possibility?
Every average Nigerian is corrupt. I'm telling you. But this issue of highness that we have here, who appoints you? Everybody is looking for employment. The person that appoints whoever is there right now, is it free? What right? Is it because, if you can go back to his antecedents from the primary, whatever, is it supposed to? This is why you people are saying in your radio, the worst of us is ruling the best of us. And if care is not taken, I don't know when it will happen. This country can never get to the level that people will be proud of themselves to say, this is my country.
This is my country.
So country, Nigeria. It's not on that right trajectory now.
All right.
Because somebody who could buy his way, one of your adverts in a voice note always says something that I think it's a sheriff or whoever that is doing that, anchor that program. When somebody in prison 2 years without his case actually started, if you can buy your way through, you won't even enter prison. But Brisky is a big example right now. If not for this video, we will not know what happened. He has entered prison and has come back.
Okay.
Now, look at which section of the country of this parastructure will you enter and you will not see a what do you call it?
All right.
People that are there, permanent secretary,
so
who knows how things go right from time. You are just coming there as a minister, so whatever you must obey, abide by whatever they give you, they guide you, and they are the ones that will appoint counselor or special advisor, whatever for you. How are we getting out? We don't have a structure. We only have human structure. We don't have
institutional structures
that can build this country to wherever anybody can be proud of.
I want to thank you so much for calling.
So it's just unfortunate, but that is a fact.
Thank you. Really. I appreciate you calling in. Is it possible that Nigeria is this way because of Nigerians, your own indifference, your own greed? Hello, welcome, Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. Thank you.
My name is Mazula.
Good.
Just everywhere in Nigeria is just like that EFCC they're talking about. Nowhere is clean. That's why I always tell Nigerians, if you want, we need to start afresh. Leave old, every person past tense. Every corner, even this LGL where there's a child said that they do this, all those drugs, then you get it when they sell out. But they will tell you, say, are you bring a witness? No. But that is the truth. Nowhere, no, even police station, anywhere is bring money for everything. So can we talk about how to get it right? Because it already must be happening, and it will keep happening. So only the way to get it right is to find, when you're looking for eyes of meat, you go for the head, you see it. Let us go to mend everything, to start life afresh.
All right.
But
Wait. Hold on a second. You know, like I heard it the first time, I wasn't sure what you meant. When you say start life all over, do you mean what? We wait for one generation, we kill off one generation and begin, or how do you start all over?
No, not killing anybody. It's life. What we need to do is let our president be the chief priest of our life.
Sorry, take it back. Wait, what do you mean the president being the chief priest of your life? What will you do?
Just listen to closer mind. For the priest to come, we need to forgive everybody in this country.
Thank you so much. At that point, let
us start afresh. New life. If you sin again, you use your life to pay.
Okay.
That is what I'm talking about.
All right.
But now everybody is a sinner in Nigeria. Everybody's corrupt. Nobody.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, sure. What did he say about the president being
99.3 Nigeria Info? We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.